Even Google fired people, Microsoft fired people.
A very hard phase going on with all the software developer as well as those people who are in the computer IT field actually.
It's like a curse word to their face.
That's the best place that where you can find many open source project first of all.
Hey everyone, welcome to this video. I am Harsh from DevKit. We are trying to build a developer tooling product, and I also am a consultant at a Web3 startup as a full stack engineer plus Solidity engineer. Um, Happy to connect with Subhradeep, and in this video we will be discussing few topics around related to tech and what is happening in the industry.
Hello everyone, my name is Subhradeep Samanta and I am a software developer engineer at One24 and along with that I am a pre-final year student. And thanks Harsh for inviting me in this video and let's just rock it.
I've been
Hmm.
seeing these layoffs so every day people are posting things about layoffs. Even Google fired people, Microsoft fired people, even with these skyrocket profits. They're still profitable and they still are firing people. So this is definitely a troublesome time that everybody is skeptical. Why is this happening? And yeah, probably because this is happening because of the yeah, obviously because of the recession, the Federal Reserve is raising rates and everything is having like a cyclic effect from what I have read. And yeah, it's like a global impact. Even in India, we are seeing that. Across countries, we are seeing that. I think in Europe, there has been the least impact, but in Europe also we are trying to see the impact. I saw a LinkedIn post which kind of said that Europe has the least impact. Probably US has the most. After that, probably Southeast Asia, and after that, Europe. So yeah, it's definitely a troublesome time.
Yeah, actually it's really a very hard phase going on with all the software developer as well as those people who are in the computer IT field actually. If you see this type of thing happened last time in 2008, I remembered I think, and you can see the data of Google that they have fired I think 12,000 people, and in Amazon they were working with just 25%, right? So obviously, this situation happened because the what we are getting this happened because of overhiring of at the time of COVID. So just because of the cost cutting, these things are going, and I think this will might get stopped once a time because everything has some ending. If it's a black period going on for all the developers live, obviously the white period will start after this, and hope all this conflict will be resolved soon. So let's just hope for the best, and all those power goes to those people, those who are actually get laid off because of some cost cutting factor and all. We can feel them what is going in their life. We are actually making this video, but I don't think that they will, but we will get that feel what they were going through it right now, right? Obviously they are obviously good in their tech stack, so obviously they will find some other method. But of if you are working with Google, the source or the connection that you are getting in that place, I don't think that you will get that amount of thing in some startup company and all. So yes, we have to manage it obviously.
Yeah, definitely. Like whatever are the opportunities, you will have to find another one, grind lead code probably, and find another
Yeah.
opportunity. But I think some companies are like most of the big tech companies at least are giving people 6 months severance, and also if they have been company for a longer time, they're giving them more severance. So I think that's a good way. People have 6 7 months to probably experiment and also build a product if they want, or it's 6 months is good enough time to prepare and find new jobs, I feel. So in that sense, I think it's not that bad. Like people have a short, like a chance to redo, also relax, and also try new things. This can be used as an opportunity. But yeah, definitely hearing the news that you are getting fired just next week is definitely a very bad thing to go through. Definitely agree with that. And this is like a bull and bear market situation. So this is the down cycle, and eventually we will we will see a upcycle hopefully very soon. But I think, yeah, this is a good time to, I guess, go for masters or bachelors if you're planning to go do that. Because once you finish your studies, then the cycle might get over and it will be in the upwards trajectory until the time you graduate. So it's a good time to think about, if you have already are thinking about going to grad school, you should try, you should start
Yeah,
working on
it's actually a
applications
good
right
time.
now.
It's actually a good time because just some days before, one of my professor also said that if you are going for a long run, you must go to do MTech, because all those things like all those big four are falling, and you can see the tech giant are actually, the bubble is bursting out right now, if you can see. So what I actually also said that if I do MTech, after then I have two options. Either I can go for either research side or I can do for the job side. But again in job all the same thing will happen, right? So like what is the need of going to the MTech part then?
Um, so I think it's definitely like getting one more degree is a learning experience. A degree is like a
Yeah.
good learning experience, but with the YouTube and all those learning resources, the learning factor is not that big. Definitely, I would agree, but it's a good also social experience. If you want that, you can join different clubs within the college. You can do theater and all that. I mean, people don't
Mm,
go to college just for, the learning. Like, more than the learning, they go for getting that brand probably, and also, to have fun and also grow as a person in different areas and have a little bit of relaxed time so that they can explore a
mm-hmm.
lot of things. And with MTech and MS, it's like a research thing. So if you are very interested in doing research, if you are interested in publishing a research paper, if you haven't done that yet, it's a nice opportunity to do that in a guided manner with the help of a professor. So yeah, definitely you would need to go to a job after that if you not have a family business or something of your own, or if you're not a content creator or something like that. But yeah, it's a good experience to add on your resume. It's also a good experience for your whole life. So yeah, it totally depends what future do you want for yourself and what are you looking for in life. It is a very, I would say, in my opinion, it's a very personal decision. But yeah, if you
Yeah,
are choosing to do that,
obviously.
it's a much better time to do that right now. If you already have plans for that, I would say. So I would say that one.
Yeah, yeah, because of the hiring and all those things are like getting busted. So obviously at this time I will say that you can start preparing for GATE and you can do MTech. But if this happens just 2 years before, no one will say this, right? Because
Yeah,
at just
definitely.
2 years before, the hiring were like on the top of this world actually. Like you
Yeah.
can see the average CTC of Amazon was 28 LPA before COVID, and in COVID it grows up to 50 LPA. Like you can see the boom that they have got, right?
Right. Even like Indian
Oh,
startups like Razorpay, an academy, top Indian startups,
yeah,
they
yeah,
paid
yeah.
like 40, 20 LPA packages to even like
Yeah,
freshers.
I have
So
just I just saw one job post regarding, I think, Ola or something like that. That no, in Crate they are giving a 56 LPA for SD2. I was like, oh
wow.
my god, it's actually better than Google actually. Like
Yeah.
56
Yeah.
LPA you can see as a CTC. I am not going to the best pay. I can see like the best pay will be 21 LPA to 30 LPA, but the CTC of 56 LPA actually marks a good amount, right?
Yeah. With these layoffs, the nice thing is that like these big companies still had profits, but they could have like done a better job of doing the layoffs. Like they could have done it in a better way. But it's a positive. The positive effect, the long term positive effect, it's definitely short term is very bad. A lot of people have been impacted, but the long term impact, I think we would definitely see that people will start treating Fang as just another place to work at, not as the best place to work at. People are realizing that Indian startups or remote jobs or doing something of their own is a much better thing to do now. Yeah, like stability is going in everything, and if that's happening, then they should try to get much better packages at remote jobs, or they should try different things, not just look up to Fang as the final and the end goal. So it will be like, I think it will be definitely a long-term positive effect on the mindset and the attitude of people.
Yeah, right.
So
Okay,
the
so
last thing I
let's
think we
just.
should cover on the layoffs is what should be the strategy of a person during the time, or if your company is like trying, if your company might do layoff, like if you fear that your company might do layoff, what is the best way to prepare yourself in case you are laid off? Or
Okay, so there are actually many stages. First of all, once layoff can happen if you are not like good, if you are not following the trend of the market. Like you will see that PHP is right now a very old language, right? Because many of are shifting to MERN or main stack. So if you are still
yeah,
using PHP, so there are high chances of getting layoff. So it's better if you learn MERN stack because it's actually appraising yourself, learning new tech stack. Okay. Second one is the factor of cost cutting of any company. At that time, you have to be strong and you have to learn on your own and just start searching for other job because that's actually not in your hand. The cost cutting is not actually in your hand. You have to set a just a mindset that okay, this happened because of the like this happened because of the company's fault, not mine. Okay, and the third one is like just the US like the US stock market is growing, it's actually falling down. At that time also a layoff can happen. So again the same thing goes for this side also, that you have to be strong because the things which are not in your hand you cannot prevail it, but the thing which are in your hand you can obviously work on it and you can give it your best and then you can shift to other company. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, to that I would like to add that, like if you realize that, like you should see what kind of team are you in within your company. If your team already is, working on a product that has a lot of revenue, if it is already generating a lot of revenue for the company, there is high chance that you will not be laid off. But if you are working on a team that is a new product that still has no customers and it is still getting built, so then you have much more chances of being laid off. So try to, as soon as possible, try to see that if you can shift to another team which makes revenue, it's a much mature product. Or you should try to, either you should try to move within the company, or either you should try to uh, polish your interview skills so that in case you are laid off, you can quickly get back on your feet and join another company. So that's what I would like. So I think that mostly covers the lays off, like what is the market trend
Mhm.
and how should you prepare for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
mostly it's a troublesome time. I would say that summary is it's a troublesome time, and let's just hope for the best. From One interesting thing that we try to do is we like we recently, like I did a LinkedIn post. So like we at DevKit we have a tight budget, but we are still trying to help people out. We are trying to see if we can help anyone, even if within our budget we can help one single person. Give them opportunity to like collaborate with us for a short project until they find the kind of job they are looking for if they are laid off, so they can either work. So what we did was, we have like two three things in mind. So one thing that we doing is, you can work with us as a SDE contractor or consultant for a few months until you get a until you can get the kind of job that you're looking for. So what this helps is in that you don't have any gap on your resume. You're also kind of staying in touch with actual real world projects, and you're also
Mhm.
kind of getting paid, and you're also preparing for, and you also get time to prepare for your jobs. Like we have like a very flexible async culture, so you will be able to get time to spend time on interviewing also. So yeah, that is one thing that we're trying to do. Another opportunity that we are trying to do is that we have an open source project coming up, DevKit Summer of Code. This is an inspiration from Google Summer of Code. So in here, people can propose any kind of developer tool project that can impact eventually 100K or 1 million developers across its lifetime. Just any kind of developer tool, maybe like a Postman clone if you think you can build a better version of Postman. So any kind of developer tools, if you have a proposal for that, you can give that to us, and we will fund that project just like Google Summer of Code does. We will fund that project for like 8 weeks or 16 weeks at max. And that is a good opportunity to also like prevent a gap on your resume if you are really if you really want to prevent that. And it's also a good opportunity to contribute to open source. So this is like the second opportunity, and we are also curating some opportunities that we are seeing online, that I'm seeing on Twitter or my team is seeing on social media. We are trying to curate these opportunities within our Discord server. So you can join our Discord server and see those opportunities. Like we are trying to curate referrals or some gigs that people are offering or some internships that people are offering. So you can find those opportunities here. And we are also like kind of we have started to scrape data around jobs also from different job boards, and we are trying to bring that in a single place so that people can
Well,
find
like
other jobs
most
easily.
of the people actually go for some developer projects. So what is the main motto of starting a dev kit, like developer tools projects? Uh, do you know?
So developer tooling has become like a very big business in the last 5 years, right? Postman, Insomnia. I mean, I'm forgetting better examples. I think Hasura is also open source, the engine. So so developer tooling, like a lot of people are developers, right? And they love to build tools for themselves. So the whole intention behind devkit summer of code is we are a developer tools focused company. So we want others to build more developer tool whatever developer tool idea they have, we want to help them build that. And they can join our open source program, they can bring their proposals. And if they have an idea about a dev tool that they had previously, or if they can think about a new idea, they can come in here, bring in their proposal, and then just work on that idea, and we will fund them.
Okay. Like, what is the best developer tool that you have ever worked on?
Like the best developer tools that I have used or that I've built.
No, that you have used actually
I think the best one would be like Postman, like because I use it a lot for
for
APIs.
getting API. Yeah.
So it's definitely very useful. Like it has a lot of features, like you can import cull requests. So that is a really nice feature. I heavily use it a lot, like whenever there is a website, and even for work also, or even to reverse engineer a website, I can copy curl and see what all headers are getting passed, what is the bearer token and all of that. So definitely Postman is a really mature product that has a lot of features and really is really useful. So VS Code and Postman are the two best developer tools in my life. How about you?
Yeah. Yeah. First one is obviously a VS Code, and second one I will say Git and GitHub, because that's the like best place that where you can find many open source project. First of all, second, you can collaborate with other like creators or other developers for creating some projects. And for designing purpose, I will say one is Figma is like really good,
Hmm.
where you can build your UI UX for the websites or for your mobile app. So yeah, these three or might be some other. Yeah, Postman is good for fetching the API and testing the APIs. And like Insomnia, at first I used Insomnia because of my low budget laptop. I don't use Postman because it's actually a very high software, if you know. Yeah. So at that time, Insomnia is also good, just like Postman. Yeah, some of these are like my best software I've ever used. And
Yeah.
what are the best web tools you have built of your right now?
So we have a product on getdevkit.com. So there are these many tools that help you in your day-to-day life. Let's say you want to do test a API request very quickly without opening Postman. So you can come on our website, put in your website URL, headers, body, and test out your get and post request. So definitely are like a similar inspiration to Postman. That is one of our favorite tools because it is really fast. It's quite faster than Postman in the sense that it loads very quickly on the website. Like Postman takes a few seconds to launch, right? But our tool just
Hmm.
loads up instantly. And it's also not something that you have to download. And it's yeah, it feels much more flexible in those sense than Postman. So that is one of the favorite tools that I built. And there is also one more. one of that is one of our original tools that we built. That was the IPFS inspector. So do you know about IPFS?
No, no, I haven't heard of it.
Okay, so I think I don't know the whole details about IPFS, but it's basically interplanetary file system, and you can upload files, and it's a peer-to-peer network, some similar to kind of like
Yeah, it's a
torrent.
peer-to-peer network, just like torrent.
Yeah, I think so. And
Oh,
your files are, I guess, distributed in chunks, and there is like Merkle trees and all of that. And in the end, you get a CID. In web browsers, you have like path, right? But here you have like a CID, content identifier. And what happens is when you are building, so if you have a website, right, and if you have a URL for an image on a path, it is stored. You can easily go on the browser and paste it and see what is the image. But with the CID, you can't see what it is that conveniently. So you have to like construct a API, the IPFS gateway URL with these services like Pinata or other things. So what we have built is you can come on our website, paste that CID, and if it is JSON, we will show you that. If it is a cat image, we will show you that. And whatever is that CID representing, we will show you
well,
that.
yeah. What will you say about Chrome developer tools? How is it?
Chrome developer tools is definitely a big part of my life. Everybody, I
Yeah,
think,
it's
uses it
actually a
every
big part of
day.
everyone's life, right?
Yeah, the console, the like you have these tools, right? You can hover and click, and it will tell you what is that
Yeah,
element.
yeah, yeah, it will see the padding and all those structure area, right?
Yeah. It's a very,
Yeah,
very well-made tool. Like it is so easy to use, and everything just works super easily. Like you can edit CSS, you can have a color picker. There are so many features packed into that small screen, and it's just such a mind-blowing tool to me.
if you remember, like when we were child, like we used to like do some hack with that index part, if you know. Yeah,
Right. Like go on
like,
google.com and change it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We used to change the image and all. Then we say that
Yeah.
we have hacked this website using the Chrome developer tool. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we still do that. Funny story. So what happened is that my friend, he told me to, hey, this is a form. Just quickly log in your Facebook or something. I just want to see something on your profile. So I was skeptical that hey, this guy is about to do something bad. So I wrote my email, I wrote my password, but the thing was, I didn't write my actual password. I wrote a curse word. And what he did was, like, after just as soon as I wrote my password, he grabbed my hands, and his another friend did the inspect element and changed the input type from password to text. So they could see
Okay.
that, what was the password that I typed. But as I had written the curse word, they got to see the curse word rather than my original password, and they were
Yeah.
embarrassed. So it was like a curse word to their face.
गजब बेइज्जती है.
And that's like a funny incident. They were trying to like prank me with the inspect element trick, and I pranked them.
Yeah, actually, this pranking have done many of the developers, right? Even if you are in class 11 or 12, like you will see the students still do this type of thing using the Chrome developer tools. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I have gone through many reels also. Like they were changing the price money and they were just showing this product at Flipkart is at rupees zero. I was like, you are just changing the web develop the Chrome using Chrome development, right? So what is the need of this?
True, just for
Yeah,
fun. And
yeah.
yesterday there's like a much more interesting thing happened. So just related to Chrome developer tools, like, so yeah. So there's this app called gather.town, a product called gather.town. So do you know about trade fairs? People come in, put their stalls, people can visit stalls.
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
So what gather.town allows you to do it is create that similar trade fair kind of experience on the browser. So you have different stalls, and if you go close to a person, you can directly talk to them with voice chat or Zoom chat. So, and you have different stalls, or you can arrange it however you like. But you can. Yesterday, I was part of a program where there was the demo day. Like we were working for 6 weeks on our projects, and in the end, we were showing our project at a booth, at like a stall within that virtual space. So and it's a long map. So it's like a video game, if you can imagine, different stalls and like a top
Mm-hmm.
view. So you can
You
walk.
mean those travel those trade fair in a virtual experience, right?
Yeah. So it was like a 2D
Mm.
thing. You can walk around the whole map, and there was this one thing called go-karts. So when you are walking, you walk slowly, right? But you can spawn a go-kart. There are limited number of go-karts in the whole map that you have. So a go-kart allows you to basically, it's like a car. So you can move really fast with that. It's very tiresome to go manually with your like legs, but with a go-kart it's much easier to go around the map very fastly. So a person
Mm.
that I know, one of my friends, like he reverse engineered the API and using the WebSocket or something like that, and he used Chrome developer tools to do that, and he basically kind of hacked it, and he was able to spawn any number of go-karts on the map. So they were like spamming the whole map with these go-karts, and and like to get virality on like somebody's stall, right? If you see, hey, this guy has 100 go-karts on his stall, how is that happening? So they were trying to do it just for fun, to help their friend, attract more visitors. But basically, they used Chrome developer tools to understand the API and reverse engineer it and hack it and spawn these go-karts. So definitely, Chrome developer tools has so many fun and learning experiences. That is, it's just a very nice thing that the Google team has worked on. And I think they're still
Mm.
continuing to improve it with new features, and they're also trying to launch new version of these technologies. I think, yeah, Google is doing a lot of good things in this space.
Mm. Yes, I agree with you.
So I think DSA has that role in someone's life, that if you want to sharpen your brain, if you want to learn more technique.
At first you get some projects and completely new source code, you don't know where the actual path of the file, where the folder structure actually.